Okay, guys, let's talk optimism and pessimism, right? What's actually going on here, right? Us as human beings, we've been taught, and I wouldn't say that we've been taught, but I would say it's the culture that we live in, right? The culture that we live in is a culture that focuses or that gets us over time to focus on the negative that could happen in any situation or scenario, as opposed to the positive that could happen. Because let's look at it, right? Why would we think, or why would we think that the negative that could happen outweighs the positive that could happen? This is what got me thinking about this, right? The fact that we somehow want to make the negative that could happen way more than the positive that could happen. And this is the type of thing that affected me a lot. And I was telling this other friend of mine that I'm tired, bro, of living like that. And it's when I made the realization that, fuck, man, I'm actually emphasizing negativity and I'm pessimistic. And then I started looking at this whole thing of the glass being half empty or half full again, right? And I looked at it and I was like, okay, so this is what's really meant here. It's this thing of looking at a situation and knowing very well that negative or bad could happen here. It could happen. But purposely choosing to forget the negative that could happen and only focus on the positive that could happen. Why? Because for two reasons. The big two, let me put it this way. For two reasons. The first one is it really doesn't help anyone to focus on the negative. That doesn't help you. And secondly, it's just a better way to live. It's just a better way to live. Obviously, this ties into faith, belief, and all of those things as well, right? If ever you're an optimistic person, you're literally the person who has the mindset that the universe is for me, right? If you believe in God, God is the universe, and He is for me, right? He would never want anything bad to happen to me, type thing, right? But even if you don't believe in God, you could still have the mindset of why would I think that me being in this universe is an opportunity for me to emphasize negativity that exists in the universe? Why not emphasize the positivity that exists in the universe? Don't get me wrong, I'm not saying that there is no negativity. I'm not saying that bad things don't happen. They happen all the time. But all I'm saying is, why choose to focus on them when you can choose to focus on the positive things? You know? So that's my whole thing with optimism and pessimism. So obviously I've got a degree in electrical engineering. There's a law that we spoke about a lot called Boyle's law. Basically, to sum it up, it basically talks about how the environment influences certain things. So hot water, when it encounters cold water, the hot water will be influenced by the cold water. That's why the resultant will always be lukewarm water. You understand? So what's the importance of this? When you, as a person who's now chosen to be optimistic, when you encounter pessimistic people and you stay around pessimistic people long enough, they will influence you. These people will change you back slowly towards pessimism. This is something that happens subconsciously, so you will not catch it consciously happening, but you will find yourself over some time being pessimistic again. Yet you know fully well that you made a choice a while back to be optimistic, and you were going well for a while, but you won't even know where everything started going wrong. So stay away from pessimistic people. They will influence you to turn from being optimistic to pessimistic, right? Another good example I can give you of how the environment, whether we like it or not, how the environment, whether we like it or not, influences us, right? Take an egg. If you take an egg which is soft inside, right? It's got a soft, mushy material inside. You put it in hot water, which is a hot environment, that egg has no choice but to harden inside. So that hot water influenced the egg, right? It's another, you see, you guys, you need to look at something called, or this thing where they say the universe is fractal, meaning the same things show up in the universe in different areas. So just like how the veins is it veins? Yes, veins in the lung are shaped like the branches in a tree. The same shape also shows itself if you were to zoom out of the earth and look at the rivers of the world. It looks like the branches in a tree, and it looks like the veins in the artery, in the lung. You understand? So that's the same shape showing up in different places. So the universe is actually the same. If you look at an atom, right? And if you look at the solar system, it's the same thing. Electrons busy flying around a nucleus, right? Planets and moons busy flying around the sun. It's the same thing. So the same shapes and things show themselves all over the place. So my point with that is, if ever hot water can influence an egg to change from what it originally was into something else, a pessimistic person can change you from being an optimist to a pessimist. You understand? So the key with this stuff is to really study a lot and work on your mind, and choose certain things, right? Decisions. You have to make decisions and choose. Why? Because the programming from you being a child and all of that, the programming is deeply entrenched in you now. So you have to consciously choose certain things to fight so that you behave in a better way in the future, right? So, okay, guys, this is Hip Hop Kwachuba Talks, right? This is just me giving my opinion on certain topics that I'm interested in. If you like what you're hearing, please like, comment, and subscribe. And please share this video with someone else if you know that they need this type of information. Please subscribe, that's important, and like as well. That'll obviously push the video, right? And please just look out for more videos, because I'm planning on putting out a lot more content. Okay, cheers, guys.